I'm in Baavet HQ, which is in Porthmadog, Wales, and it's a chilly day. The staff have just gone home, and I'm here with Les, one of the founders of Baavet, which is how old?
14 years in May.
14 years old, and one of the first ever UK-based wool duvet manufacturers.
Correct. Yeah.
So I've looked around, and there are 4 gauges of duvet that you sell. What's the most popular?
Originally, I would say the medium weight 400 gram, 450 gram duvet was the most popular. And if you look at our stats on the website, it will still tell you that that's the thing that we've sold the most of. But in the last 18 months to 2 years, the number of duvets that we're selling in the lighter weight categories, light and super light, is definitely starting to outstrip the medium weight duvets.
And we're calling them duvets, but of course we know that they're called Baavets, really, aren't they?
Yes, we don't generally refer to ourselves as duvet sellers, we sell Baavets.
Why would somebody pick a wool duvet over anything else? Is that the rain I can hear?
That is the rain, yeah. You are in Wales, obviously. Well, I don't think a lot of people realise how essential sleep is. Good quality sleep. We all think we sleep, but how many of us get good quality sleep? Probably very few if we analysed it. And some of the reasons why we no longer get good quality sleep, and I say no longer because I think not that long ago most of us were getting good quality sleep, but the advent of synthetics, plus centrally heated housing, double glazing, all the things that have made our lives more comfortable have actually, I think, been detrimental to our sleep. And what you need when you're sleeping is something that will work with your body temperature. Not an insulator, not a synthetic, not a down, something that will work with you to keep your temperature at an even keel throughout the night, because if you're too warm, you just won't sleep. We all know, we go abroad, too hot, it's horrendous, you can't sleep. And that's what we've created in our own homes. We've created a sort of tropical climate in our bedrooms, and that's not beneficial to a good night's sleep.
And also the healing process. Apparently our metabolism has to slow right down so that it can redirect its energy to healing the body.
Yeah, sure. People think the body is healing all the time, but actually majority of healing is done during sleep. And that's why sleep deprivation is a form of torture, isn't it? You stop people from sleeping and the body starts to deteriorate.
So how do people come by Baavet? Oh, I'll put a Welsh term in there, come by. And how do they find Baavet?
We are mainly an internet-based company, so we're selling online. We originated online. We do sell in a few shops, got a few retail outlets, but still 95% of our sales are online.
And because it is difficult to educate people, not about the benefits of sleep, we're getting really good at that, but about the different types of fabrics, the different types of materials, and of course the different weights, because wool behaves differently, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you think about the way that wool is on a sheep, sheep in mountainous areas tend to have a very thick fleece. Sheep down on the plains or in Australia will have a completely different fleece. And we need to think of ourselves in the same way, really. If you're living in a hot house, you don't want a thick fleece on you. You want to go for something lighter. If you're living in the Scottish Highlands with poor insulation and single glazed windows, you want to go for something heavier. So there are different Baavets for different people, hence the 4 different weights. Even though we say that wool regulates temperature, within that you need to appreciate that there are different types of temperatures that need regulating, so that's why we offer the 4 different weights.
But standing around and observing how everything works here and getting to experience the family atmosphere that happens inside Baavet HQ, it's really interesting hearing people kind of sell customers down. Oh, we would like a heavyweight. And are you sure? Why do you do this?
Because of experience tells us that most customers will think they need a duvet heavier than they actually do. We've got this idea that you want to be warm and cosy in bed, and yeah, that's fine. But we also equate warm and cosy with heavy and thick, and the two don't really go together. Heavy and thick will trap more heat. You will eventually get too warm. You will throw the duvet off, back on, off, on, stick your leg out. We've all done the same thing. So we try to convince people that whatever they think they need, they probably need something lighter. And the wool does help to regulate temperature. So if you are cold, it will help to trap heat. As you start to warm up, it will help to try and take some of that heat away. But obviously the thicker the wool cover, the slower that process is going to be. So although all wool is breathable, there are varying degrees of breathability according to the thickness of the wool that you put on top of you. So you don't want a really heavy duvet if you're in a house that's well insulated, nice and warm, carpeted, double glazing. It will be too warm for you.
And you know what you like, because I've heard that when you go away, you take your own Baavet with you. Why?
Absolutely, because I'm afraid a Baavet will ruin your life. Because once you've slept under wool, for you then to go to a hotel or self-catering, whatever you do, B&B, and go under a synthetic duvet, which you tend to get in the sort of standard hotels around the country, or even the higher end hotels that say Hungarian goose down or whatever, it's awful. You just can't sleep. Suddenly you're under this inferno of heat of synthetic, which is sweaty as well, or down, and you just throw the duvet off. I mean, we went to a hotel and thought, well, we won't take our duvet with us because they were saying they had top of the range duvets. We thought, we'll do an experiment. We'll see what they're offering. And this top of the range Hungarian down duvet was horrific. Lovely hotel, fantastic food, great host, but the duvet, and therefore the whole experience was really dented because we couldn't sleep. I mean, we ended up sleeping under the bathroom towels.
Wow. Well, you are preaching to the converted, because I've slept under a Baavet for years, and I've learned the benefits, got used to the benefits, and have also had my life ruined because it is difficult to go to some places, and we complain about the noise because it gives us a bad night. We complain about the neighbours because they give us a bad night. Normally that is noise as well. We complain about so many different things, but would we consider that bad night was potentially made by the feeling that you're sleeping under a plastic bag, which is how I equate some of my terrible sweaty nights in these sometimes really nice places. So yeah, I'm trying to convince you to do some kind of travel Baavet that I can carry, because you do these cool little cotton bags. What are they for?
Well, it's just a display bag, really. It makes people get them in a nice bag. It feels like a nice product when you get it. And it's also handy for storage if you want to store extra blankets in it, or you've bought yourself a super light that you only want to use in the summer. It's good for storage. But we do take our duvet with us now, pretty much wherever we go, on holidays, self-catering. And if we book into a hotel, people do think we're mad, because we rock up with duvet pillows. We do take our own pillows.
Is there wool as well?
Yeah, actually I find the pillow to me is more important than the duvet. I really cannot sleep on the majority. I would say 99% of hotel or self-catering pillows are beyond usable for me. So I'll take my pillow with me onto the ferry. I always take a pillow with me on the ferry. Roger takes his duvet, I take a pillow. Yeah. So there we are, trotting through the hotel reception, carrying, and we take the dog bed, obviously.
Well, this is what we're going away for a lot of the time, to get a break and a rest from everything, and you're the only ones coming back rested by the sounds of things.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks so much for informing me. I am more informed. It's great to see the inner workings and how the operation works in what is effectively a new place, a new space.
Yeah, we've only been here since April, and we've put in a huge amount of new machinery, massive investments. And it's a bit of a work in progress because obviously not everything works straight away, but we're getting there.
And the website, obviously, nice to put a little plug in there.
Yes, the website baavet.co.uk, and we have fantastic customer service. So, if you've got any questions, people like to speak to people these days and get an answer fairly quickly. We understand that. So, yeah, so we do try and go the extra mile for customer services because it's such a rare experience now.
And that's BAAVET.co.uk. Remember, it's a Baavet. It's not just a duvet. Thank you very much, Les.
You're welcome.